We spend our lives chasing a specific kind of peace, a sense that things are finally under control. But for most of us, that feeling is buried under a layer of permanent, modern exhaustion. This friction exists because of a massive evolutionary mismatch. We are essentially running Stone Age biological software in a world that would be unrecognizable to our ancestors. For millions of years, the human body survived by following two rules: find high-value nutrients like sugar and fat whenever possible, and save every ounce of energy for the next hunt. In a world of scarcity, being lazy was a survival strategy. In our world, foraging is as simple as opening a fridge, and safety is a locked door. Because our environment no longer provides the struggle we evolved for, our programming defaults to a state of stasis. Our biology collapses. If we let these ancient instincts drive the car, the destination is predictable. Our health, both mental and physical, begins to fail because we are giving a high-performance engine nothing to do. Reclaiming a good life requires us to stop trusting our instincts and start executing a deliberate evolutionary override. The override starts with the mind. This isn't about willpower, it's about metacognition, the skill of observing your own thoughts to see where they are leading you. Choosing health in a world designed for comfort is a counterintuitive act. You have to think your way through it, recognizing that your brain will naturally signal for the path of least resistance. You can bypass that instinctual resistance by using ridiculously small changes. If the brain fears a 2-hour workout, it won't even notice a single push-up or a 30-second stretch. These micro-habits slip under the evolutionary radar. This mental shift creates the discipline needed for the physical body. After all, the cells in your heart and brain are constructed from the specific chemical nutrients you put in your mouth. To maintain the system, this diagram shows half the plate consisting of vegetables and fruits, with the other half balanced between proteins and whole grains. You can refine this with Hara Hachi Bunmi, stopping when 80% full, preventing the instinct to overconsume. When you combine clear thinking with deliberate consumption, eating stops being a passive reaction and becomes an active engineering project for your own survival. Once the body is built, the focus shifts to repair. Sleep provides an active biological maintenance window. It is during these hours that the body regulates growth hormones and clears metabolic waste from the brain. When this window is shortened, the repair cycle breaks. The result is a sharp decline in cognitive function, emotional control, and the ability to make the very decisions that lead to a good life. To protect this repair block, the biological system requires 7 to 9 hours of darkness. This chart shows the importance of the wind-down phase, a period without screens that allows the brain to transition into deep maintenance. But a body that is repaired must also be used. We have to reconsider what we mean when we talk about exercise. Our ancestors didn't have gym memberships. They had lives that required constant, varied motion. The body evolved to walk, climb, and carry things, not to sit still for 8 hours and then perform repetitive reps on a machine. You can mimic this ancestral pattern with micro-workouts. Taking 1 to 5 minutes for a burst of movement keeps the body's hardware from seizing up in a sedentary environment. By prioritizing this cycle of repair and motion, you ensure the physical vessel doesn't become a prison for your mind. We manage these biological systems for a reason that goes beyond aesthetics or longevity. We do it to build a baseline of resilience. Life will eventually present you with grease, pain, and unexpected hardship. If your body is already exhausted and your brain is starved of repair, you won't have the bandwidth to process those moments. Without this physical readiness, we tend to crash into reality as victims of our circumstances. But when the body is strong, we can move from being crushed by events to participating in them. The universe is indifferent to your plans. You have no control over what happens to you, but you have absolute control over your reaction. Maintaining the 4 pillars of the override gives you the energy to choose that reaction. It transforms your body from a liability into a reliable tool. When you take responsibility for how you think, eat, sleep, and move, you are no longer just surviving your biology. You are building the vessel required to cross the threshold, face the world, and live a good life.